Good morning. Good morning. This is your traveling trucker. I got some things I wanted to talk about today in this industry. Let me adjust my air. It's one of the benefits of driving today, as opposed to when I started driving back in the 80s. I started driving with no air conditioning back in the day. But I wanted to hit some topics today about this industry. I wanted to hit five of the biggest scams in the trucking industry today. Five of the biggest scams in the trucking industry today. Now there's a lot more than five, but we're gonna hit on five different scams that's in the industry today. I got a mic coming too, by the way. I had somebody tell me the other day I sound like Chicken George. I guess because I'm talking on my Bluetooth. But I don't really care what people think about me. I've been stopped worrying about that a long time ago. I guess that's what happened when you have is me today and this live as I wait for people. But I want you to remember, man, I'm trying to build this channel up. I got a lot of knowledge in this industry, man, from all aspects of driving. Not only what I do now, which is semi. I did garbage. I did what they call boom trucks, bricks. I did building material. Man, I did all kind of driving, man. The longest career I've had now is coming up on what I'm doing now, and that's working for myself as a carrier, owner operator, as some people would know it. I have my MC, so I'm a carrier. Also been a garbage man. I was a manager in the garbage industry. I drove front load as well as industrial, meaning roll-off trucks and residential. So one of the things um, I want to mention is five of the biggest scams in the industry, trucking industry, and which is what I'm doing right now. I'm at a facility. They pretty good. It's preferred freezer, also known as lineage uh, cold storage. Anybody who know anything about this industry know that the cold storage business can be a lot of wait time. The first scam in this industry is what they call detention. Detention is supposedly be paid once they have kept you over your stay at a facility to unload you or load you. One of the reasons it's the biggest scam is because most brokers don't want to pay it. Although all brokers get paid. That's why they want you to track so they can get paid. So the number one scam in our trucking industry is detention. They're not passing that money on. The one company that I was hauling for was Uber Freight that was doing it right. They was paying $75 an hour. Most people don't want to pay no detention. Or they tell you got to give 3 hours, or after 3 hours you get $40 an hour. That's a number one scam in this trucking industry is detention. Uh, and a lot of people have to wait exorbitant amounts of time, burning your clock up, and you ain't getting not a dime for it. Me and a friend of mine talked about this yesterday. Most people think we are the highest paid. We're not. We're probably some of the lowest paid. If you look at the amount of time that you're out here on this, you're probably some of the lowest paid. The number two, so detention is the number one scam that they got, man. That's the number one scam that they got. The second scam that they got is these brokers. Brokers and dispatchers are designed to take as much money as they can from you. If you look at the lows today, which is 4 days after I just left, this guy just finna start on me now. 4 days after we came through the safety blitz, the rates had crashed again. Monday I did a post how much more they was paying, how much more I was paying, they were paying rather. And then today all of a sudden they're not paying anymore. The rates don't plummeted because when they need you, they're gonna pay you. So brokers have that same money year round. It's just that when they don't need you, they don't pay you. Some brokers are keeping 40, 50, 60%. The next one is dispatchers. Dispatchers can't do nothing that you can't do for yourself if you got your own authority, man. Dispatchers taking 8 to 10%. They ain't doing nothing. That's the number two scam is dispatchers. Number one being detention. Number two is brokers and dispatchers, man, in this trucking industry because you are wasting your money and your time and they getting all profit off of you. The number three one, man, is these lease programs that they got so many people involved on. It is a good way to get out here, man, but most people never fulfill a contract with a lease. Why? Because they notice after about a month, 2, 3, 6 months, some of them leases, man, charging you $1,200 a week for a truck, plus insurance, plus you paying for your own maintenance. So basically, the only thing they getting is a free driver. You getting a higher paying job in some cases. You might make a little bit more than you would if you were just driving directly for them, but the risk that you are taking, it's almost not like it's worth it. That's the number three scam of these lease programs. And I'm not one to judge anybody who had to do it. We've often had to do things that we didn't want to. Most people never fulfill that lease. And then you end up walking away from it. They get the truck and they get to recycle that truck and do it all over again. So if you feel like they do that 4 or 5 times, somebody else done paid for their truck through trying to be an owner operator or they lease program. And I do the air quotations only for that's their scam, number three scam. The number four scam, man, is these damn lumpers. There's nowhere in the world lumper service, and now most of that get passed on to the carrier or the buyer, not the driver. But it is some cases, if you don't read the fine print, when you get a rate con that seems too real to be true, they'll put on the bottom of it, if you don't read that fine print, you're responsible for all lumpers. That's the number four scam. Is that they trying to make you pass the lumper on. Why is the lumper service a scam? Why would I have to pay you for the product that you ordered? Why would I have to pay to get that taken off my truck? I used to run up there in New York. Some of those lumper service, I had one worst case scenario, man. It was 7 pallets. Cost $435. Wakeford or whatever it's called. $435 to take off 7 pallets. I asked to do it myself, and I was gonna save the money. They say, yeah, I can do it, but I couldn't do it on their property. They gave me the number of somewhere I could go around the corner and do it. But for me to use their dock to do that, they wanted to charge me $350. The number four scam is your lumpers. The biggest scam of them all is saved for number five, and that's the insurance. Everybody need insurance, man, but insurance costing some people 25 to $30,000 a year for a one in one, meaning one truck, one trailer. So the way insurance works for private vehicles, you supposedly get a better rate if you're a better driver. All right. So by the grace of God, I haven't had an accident in a truck. My policy is over $20,000 for a one and one. At one point, for four trucks, I was paying $5,800 uh, a month, and none of the guys had accidents, and only two refrigerator units, two dry vans. That's the biggest scam out here is the insurance, man. You pay exorbitant amounts of insurance, and you have one accident, they're going to kick you out there. Those are five scams that we have to watch in this trucking industry. I think the independence of being a trucker is great. You get an opportunity to be a businessman or a woman. That's excellent. But those scams that's out there that everybody's got to going to end up being a part of uh, is the pitfalls of this industry, man. It's the thing that's really driving this industry in the hole. Everybody's getting money off your back. In some cases, more money than you getting off your own labor. And you let that sink in for a minute. How could anyone make more money off my labor? We understand that happens when you're working in a big company, Amazon or Winn Dixie, Walmart, all of these places. I get it. I don't own the building, I don't own the product. But when you own the truck, when you own the trailer, when you're doing all of the work and somebody else is making more off of your labor than you, there's got to be something fundamentally wrong with that. So, my name is Bert. I call this channel the Traveling Trucker, man, because I love to travel. I've been in the trucking industry since I was 18 years old. I was driving skitters before then because my family was in Putwood. I know a lot about this industry. I'm gonna build this channel up to the best of my ability. If you could do anything for me, just like, share, and subscribe. Just like this video, man. I'm trying to draw it up, and I'm not one of those truckers, man. That a lot of people I see trying to sell stuff, man. I ain't selling no courses. I ain't selling no T-shirt, no merch. I ain't selling none of that. The only thing I want to do is build my channel up to give free information. And I got over 40 years of it. I'll be 61 in July, man. And I've been doing this thing since I was 18. So trust me, I made enough mistakes with everybody. Probably gonna make some more. But I can learn from you. You can learn from me. Let's build this trucking thing up, man. You know, it's Bert K, the traveling trucker, man. I want everybody to be prosperous. I want everybody to make all of the money they can. But I also want us to have awareness, man, and understand that there's a lot of pitfalls in this industry that we're in. And also how we can avoid some of these pitfalls. Most of them come from sharing factual information. You could ask five drivers about a route to get to the same place and you get five different answers. Well, it's the same way when you ask drivers about how can you prosper? How can you Some guys don't want to tell you that they lost money. Some guys don't want to tell you that it wasn't always good. That's not me. I'm gonna tell you that it ain't always good. I'm gonna tell you I have made money. I'm gonna tell you I made $18,000 one week, but it was doing FEMA, hauling ice, going right in the state of Florida, going down to West Palm Beach. So yes, it's opportunities to make money out here, but also, man, you need to know the pitfalls. If everything was about just making money, everybody be doing it. You wouldn't be able to look online and see everybody selling their equipment for next to nothing. Most of the people who came out here in 2021, it was similar to a gold rush. Anybody know anything about their history during the gold rush? Everybody moved out west to discover gold. Well, the fact of it is, only about 1% of them people ever discovered any gold, and less than 1% of them discovered enough to change their lives. Most people was out there digging to their fingers to the bone and didn't discover anything. That's kind of this in trucking industry. You can find five different answers from five different people, but I'm always be factual. I'm always be truthful. Once again, my name is Bert K. I'm the traveling trucker. I will try to build this channel up, man. And let's just make this a community, man, that we share factual information. All right. Uh, this ain't gonna be based on some reality that some people don't want to admit, but it's gonna always be truthful. So once again, thanks for joining. Let me see what you say, Nate. If your wife is not a dispatcher, you need a. Not really, bro. I mean, I agree with you. Bring your family into it, Nate. You got a very good point. Uh, a very good point. Um, bring your wife into it. Unfortunately, I'm not married, man. My wife didn't want to come into it, but this guy, I said Nate. I don't know if that's your name or not, brother, but it said in Andrews, said, if your wife is not a dispatcher, you need a new career. He got a point. Bring your family into it. But I had a wife that didn't want nothing to do with it, so sometimes that don't always work. But if you can bring your family into it, because I've had cousins that's worked with me, everybody who ever worked with me, I never say nobody worked for me. Never. Because I always say work with me because we both trying to make this thing work, right? Until it's time to make tough decisions, then ultimately that's on you as the owner. But I always tell the guys that work with me, hey man, work with me, not for me. I don't never want nobody thinking they working for me because I want them to be able to do their own thing too at some point. But hey, once again, man, this is a traveling truck. I just wanted to go live, man. I ain't want to stay on here forever. I'm gonna build this channel up, speaking into existence. I just need your help. So if you could like this video, man, share this video, leave comments, man. That help build the channel up. I would engage with everybody, man, and I'm looking for people to give me information as well because I'm still learning, right? So, hey, man, y'all have a good weekend. This Friday is what most people call the day that they get off. Man, I'm trying to work tomorrow. So that's how it is right now. You know what I mean? When you're an owner, it's not about working 9 to 5. It's working to stay alive. So if I can find me some freight tomorrow, because I'm working today, I'm gonna find me some freight tomorrow. You know, when you're an owner of a business, it ain't no off days. Doesn't mean you don't have days that you don't work. It simply means every day, man, you got to be thinking about how you're gonna do different with your business and make it better. So, hey, man, thanks y'all for joining. I'm gonna go live from time to time, man. And once again, I appreciate y'all. Please like, share, and subscribe. I notice that gets old. Everybody wants you to subscribe to their channel. I'm one of them, everybody. So, and if you got one, man, by all means, tell me what your channel is, and I'll subscribe to your channel. How you doing, Clinton Maxwell? Uh, I'll subscribe to your channel. We can follow each other. We can, you know what I mean? We can. I literally learn from people, bro, every day, and I don't mind. I'm humble enough to know that I don't know it all. Because if I did, I wouldn't be sitting in the cab of this truck right now. Let that sink in. So I'd be sitting behind the desk somewhere. Uh, and I had 4 trucks on the road, man. With 4 trailers. We doing Amazon, doing BJ's, doing whatever we can do. But every now and then you got to get here. This is where it's at. Besides, I love driving, man. I always did. I always did. Still do. My dream is to get me one of them big Pete 379s. I might do it one day. Just because I like to drive it. Then when I'm through driving, I'm parking in my driveway and just look at it. I think that's what I'm gonna do. But when I came out here, I decided to get the most cost-effective and efficient truck for me. The first truck I ever had was a Penske truck. Bought it directly from Penske here in Jacksonville, Florida, on Pickerville Road. Me and a friend of mine went over there and bought them directly from him. Had 389,000 miles on it. So, um, once again, thank y'all for joining, man. Traveling trucker here. I'm gonna say that a lot, man. It's catchy too. I used to just call my channel Bert K. I was like, man, let me put a little catchiness to it. I'm a traveling trucker, bro. I love to travel, man. Go to different countries, live different experiences. But I love this trucking industry. I'm gonna show you how much I love it, man. I'm gonna let y'all go after this one. I love this thing too much, so much, man. I was analyzing truck drivers in the Dominican Republic. I was in Santiago, got stuck by a hurricane. Had my two sons with me. I saw this truck over there, and I was sitting on the balcony watching him. I was telling my son, "Watch how he gonna have to do this, that, the third." And this was in the Dominican Republic. And I was even thinking about how it would be to drive over there. I remember I was in Costa Rica. Some of the mountains are so sharp, and you see these truckers in them mountains and stuff, man, it's incredible. And I done been in mountains, but not them kind of mountains, bro. I'm talking about with literally almost no roads, no nothing. Uh, so trucking is life, man. Life is trucking. I got a page on Facebook called Trucker Brothers. It's just designed to everything I do, man, has been designed to educate, learn, teach each other about this trucking industry, man. And yeah, it's going. So once again, like, share, subscribe, man. Try to build this channel. Going to build this channel up. But the 5 scams again, man, and I'm gonna finish it with this. Number one, being detention, that's a scam. Brokers and dispatchers, that's a scam. Lease programs, lease purchase programs is a scam. Loppers is a scam. And the biggest scam of them all is your insurance companies. That's a scam. So that's what this video was about today. I covered some other things. Remember, those are the 5 biggest scams. If you can get around any of them, you're already on your way up. All right, until the next time, hey, we see y'all live.